Character types are types of data types. Operators and expressions are the three big parts of chapter 2. Data types, we got integers, characters, longs, doubles, double floats. You can do unsigned characters, signed characters. There's a lot of different types, but the most important ones that we're going to use most of the time are characters and integers. Doubles, floats are the decimal points and exponents. And then we have operators, plus, minus, division, less than, greater than, equal to. Three different types: arithmetic, logical, and whatever. Expressions. Expressions, you're going to see these in the if-else statements. And that's something we're going to go over today in chapter 3. But the expressions are the statements of code. The expressions, the arguments. Expression is an expression. If expression, statement, else, statement. If x is greater than 0, that's an expression. So that's what chapter 2 covers. Just a quick little review over that. Recursion. Identifiers, constant. Pernicious was the one we just came up with. We just saw that's negative over, has negative effects over a long period of time. Yeah, has negative effects over a long period of time. That's a pernicious act, pernicious thing to do. That has a negative effect over something, especially over a long period of time. Chapter 3, control flow. Statements, okay, are ended with semicolons. If x is equal to 0, and statement, semicolon. Statement, that's a J. Oh, last second. Plus, semicolon, and statement. Print F. And statement. 3 statements, okay? Got 3 statements. Braces, syntactically, according to syntax, as it stands right now, these are 3 separate statements. If we include brackets, syntactically, it now becomes 1 statement. This is a block of statements are now within 1 statement under the if or whatever you're going to do. As long as there's brackets in there, you don't need another semicolon at the end. This will suffice for an ending statement. Okay, so this is a small section. This is what the chapter begins with. It's a control flow and being more more accurate about what these statements are and what they do. Okay, x equals 0. You're setting x to 0. Plus increments I up, and the print F is a function in the Stewart library. 3 statements put into 1. That's the only thing that the start of this chapter wants you to understand. Syntactically. According to syntax, this is now 1 statement. Okay? Let's take this off. Now, next section. If else
statements they're going to say is that the else part of the statement is optional. It's an optional thing. This is what it's structured like. You got if, and then you expression it inside. Statement 1, else, statement 2. The expression is evaluated. To be true, it must be non-zero. Anything else non-zero is what? False. Okay? All statements are always ended with semicolon. Okay? Each expression is going to continue until you get that semicolon. So if n is greater than 0 is just an expression. It doesn't mean anything. It's no period at the end of the sentence. So it's saying if n is greater than 0, and if a is greater than b, no relation, then let's set z to a. End statement. Else optional. Next, we got the else if. It's a flip. Else if. A little bit different. Okay? The else if statements. Okay? If expression statement else if expression statement else if expression statement else statement. Okay, you're gonna come across these things a lot. Okay. Multi-way decision. This is the most general way of writing a multi-way decision. Okay, multi-way decision. Decision. Okay, this is backwards. Now this is what it's saying. I just got a better understanding of it. The expressions are evaluated in order. Okay, the expressions are evaluated in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In order. We know what that means. These expressions are evaluated in order. If any expression, any one of these expressions is true, the statement associated with it is executed. And this terminates the whole chain. This is how the if-else statement works, okay? So, if it's not true, and this is going to be, the only time you're going to use these, else if, is if when you do have multiple decisions, multi-way decision, you need to make a multi-way decision, then you're going to do an else if statement. So for the first expression, if it's true, it's going to end and that's it. It keeps going through all these decisions trying to find out which expression we're looking for. And until it finds that expression, then it's going to terminate. It'll go through multiple, if let's say we have a bunch of different categories of cars, or we have 6 different types of cars that we need to send to the shop. And our computer is looking at these expressions saying, is it a red car? And we have our database that has all our information, all the details about all our cars, all the years, models, makes, colors, all that good stuff is in the database. So when this looks at the database, it goes to the database and it say if the car is red, then pull it because we need information from it, because we need to change all the red color tones. So if the car is red, pull it out of the shop. Is it red? No? Okay. Well, is it new? Or maybe there's a pool of all kinds of red cars. Is it a newer car? Is it within the past 10 years? No. Okay, then what's the next? Like it's a multi-way decisions. Whichever decisions you need to be made, that need to be made about that car or that group of cars, this is how you're gonna write it. If that expression is true, cool, pull it, end the story, you got that car. That's in the list that I need. Okay? Is it in part of that list? No? Well, what is it? It's not red. Is it old? Is it blue? Is it what is it? We don't know what the expression is coming out. This is just a structure of what this else if statement does. Multi-way decisions. Okay. The last else part handles none of the above or default case where none of the other conditions is satisfied. So none of yours is satisfied and you just want to end it, that's how you're going to end it. You're going to have certain conditions that you want to pull certain amount of things or whatever it is you're doing. And if those conditions are no longer met, then you can just end it with the else statement. And it'll satisfy the default case where none of the conditions are satisfied. Sometimes there's no explicit action for the default. In that case, the trailing else statement can be omitted. So sometimes you can leave it there or not.